In today's video, we're checking out the Peacock Germanium Limited Edition Overdrive from Missing Link Audio. This is a southern rock and blues machine in a box. You might remember a little while back I reviewed the original version of this. This is the limited edition. It has a little bit more sort of muscle to the sound. I'll talk more about that in just a bit. This is handmade in Pendergrass in Georgia in the United States. I think it sounds pretty damn good. Let's get into it. Here's the pedal up close. Now this runs on 9-volt DC only, so just make sure you're running it on the correct power supply. We get 4 main controls: level, gain, tone, and voice. Now the tone control adjusts the amount of top end in your signal. The voice control kind of is a very similar control to that of the tone control, but it's made to emulate the JBL D series speakers. It adds more mid-range and it also adds a little bit more presence as you turn this up. Think of this as a mix control that adds more cut in the mix. That's the way I like to look at it. The further up it is, the way more prominent it'll be. So if you're going to be doing solo work, it sounds best with this further up. We have a 3-way toggle switch in the center as well, and this will allow us to get various different types of tone combinations in conjunction with how it works with the voice and tone control. Just know though, in position number 2, you're getting the biggest and roundest, sort of fullest sounding tone that also has far less compression. That's by far my favorite setting. Firstly, a huge thanks to Missing Link Audio for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. I'm going to give you my thoughts about this at the end. Just to let you know, they're not paying me to make this video, but they are letting me hold onto this pedal. All thoughts about this will be my own. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick it off. Today I'm playing my Tokai Love Rock electric guitar. This is made in Japan, and I'm going into my Marshall DSL 40CR amplifier on the clean channel. This is bridge pickup on clean with the pedal currently off. Alright, pedal on with a toggle switch in the center, which gives it the most open sounding tone of the pedal. It also gives it a little bit more gnarliness on the top end. Here we go. Yeah. All right, over to position 1. So you're going to notice a huge difference in the top end on this position. That's a really great rhythm sound. It kind of doesn't poke out too much in the mix. I use that on the intro track. And as we go over to position 3, you'll hear a difference again. So that brings back a little bit of the clarity, but it's nowhere near as sort of 3D sounding as the center position. All right, and now with the gain cranked up at about 3 o'clock, let's try this now with a bit of slide over to neck pickup. Bridge. Something pretty special about bridge pickup on a humbucker guitar and this pedal. It sounds great. Volume down. It cleans up beautifully with the volume control down. Also feels really good to play. Yeah. Let's take a look at the voice control on the pedal, and I've switched it up to the PRS SE Custom 24. This is loaded with a set of Missing Link Audio Peacock humbucker pickups. This is with the voice control set to 9 o'clock. Here we go. $12 o'clock. Up to about 3 o'clock. And just all the way back down so you can hear the difference. So you can either go for a smooth rolled out sound, or you can bring it all the way up and go for a sound that really cuts the mix. I really like it up on this. Cool. Let's take a look at the tone control on the pedal. One of the cool things about this is how well the tone control interacts with the voice control. This is at 12 o'clock. As I said, it works well with the voice control, so no matter where you have the voice, if you have it down a little bit, you can crank up the treble control, the tone control, and it's still going to sound musical. Here we go. Alright, up next I'm going to show you just how well the pedal cleans up by using the volume control on the guitar. Now I've got the gain all the way up and the toggle switches to the left. Here we go. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. A massive thanks to Missing Link Audio for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. I'm going to give you my thoughts about it. So, in terms of usable tones, this is packed full of them. I much prefer the toggle switch in the center position by a mile, so I much prefer that. But depending on your sound, and if you're tracking parts for a recording, for example, or if you're playing rhythm guitar instead of lead, you might prefer option 1 or 3 over 2 in the center. But for lead stuff, it's really voicey. It's got that big open sound. It's very amp-like in its touch and also in its feel, so I really dig that. Position 2 is the one that I like the best. Now, when it came to the voice control and the tone control, you get plenty of usable tones out of it, whether you're playing humbuckers or single coils, so you can dial that in no problems at all. Now, when it comes to the difference between this limited edition Germanium Overdrive and the original one, I think the Germanium one has a little bit more sort of muscle to the sound, so if you like a little bit of extra oomph, this would definitely be a no-brainer. I think the original still sounds great, and if you missed that video, I'll link it up in the cards and you can make the decision to your ear which one works best for you. In terms of build quality, this is built extremely well. It's made in the USA, as I mentioned, so I have no hesitations recommending this. The pickups that I have in my PRS are also made by this company as well. If you missed that video, I'll link it down in the description. Thanks again for watching. Catch you soon. See ya.